Hi, today is April 23rd, 2020, and I hope everyone is doing okay through this pandemic. It's been really weird and I guess a little chaotic, and the politics is horrible, and everybody's pissed off at each other on social media, and everyone's like on the defense, and everyone's just like fighting. It's been really weird. But it's also kind of entertaining to see people all like, you know, jailed up in their house and just bickering online. But anyways, so I am on cycle day 11 of my IVF program, and this morning I had another ultrasound. I was definitely excited and anxious for the past, couple of days. But I think that so far I don't know, I guess it's going okay. But anyways, I'll talk about the ultrasound. So I actually had a female sonographer come in, which was great. Because the last couple times I had a male, which was fine too. But I think I'm more comfortable with females around. So she comes in and she's just like, oh, you have the same birthday as my daughter. And I'm just like, cool. And she's like, Geminis. And then I'm like, yeah, I know Geminis. And she starts talking about how her daughter's stubborn but independent and this and that. And I'm just like, yeah, totally. So she starts talking about how her daughter moved to SF and then moved back to Seattle, and, apparently SF wasn't for her. But anyhow, so back to the ultrasound. So the sonographer starts taking a look at my ultrasound and then comments, and she's like, wow, she's like, look at that uterus. And the assistant was like, yeah, I was just going to say something about that. And apparently my uterus image on the ultrasound is like textbook. Like, this should be like in the textbook because it's just that awesome. um, yeah, that's kind of funny and weird all at the same time, but I guess it's kind of cool. Anyhow, so she measured my follicles. It looks like there's some slight progression, which is good. But I received more details when I was talking to Dr. Davis. So when I was speaking with Dr. Davis a couple hours after my ultrasound, she told me that I had 9 follicles total. I thought I only had 7, but it was 9, but only 4 developed. And, she commented about how that wasn't that stellar. So I guess that's a little disappointing. But, that's the realistic part of it, right? So there was a 22 millimeter one and 18 millimeter, which are the 2 dominant larger ones. And then I have 2 smaller ones that are 13 and a half and 13 millimeters. So, what they are hoping for, what the ideal growth rate is 2 millimeters per day. It looks like those smaller follicles grew about a millimeter, within the last day or so. But, they looked at my blood levels. My estrogen has been increasing. It's now at, 1154, whatever that means. And what Dr. Davis and I decided was to have 1 more day of injections. So I actually have to go to the clinic and pick up those last few injections because I've run out. And then we'll have another ultrasound tomorrow and see if those follicles are wanting to perk up, as she mentioned. So hopefully they perk up and grow a bit more. I've actually been doing the castor oil packs. So if you are not familiar with a castor oil pack, just YouTube it. There's a bunch of videos about it. I've been doing that since I think the weekend, just to hopefully get some more blood circulation and stimulate some more growth, get some heat in the abdominal area. And so apparently the castor oil packs, are good for fertility. And actually, that is something I did do for when I became pregnant naturally. So for the last 2 pregnancies, I was doing castor oil packs. So, maybe there is something to it, but, obviously we don't have these clinical trials to showcase any sort of pertinent data for this. For some people it might work, for some people it might not. It's definitely worth a shot. So yeah, right now I am actually pretty tired mentally and physically, but it's probably the hormones, probably, all of the excitement and the anxiousness. I actually haven't told any of my close girlfriends, I think because I'm just tired of talking about pregnancies and such. So, I'm okay right now. I'll definitely tell them, later on. It's just, right now there's a lot going on, like, in the world. There's the pandemic, there's, this IVF, there's staying at home, being isolated, and it's, I think there's just, like, a lot to handle right now. And, but either way, everything is fine. I'm gonna go take the dogs out for a walk and then pick up those meds. And I'll update you guys on what happens tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see if my follicles are growing, and if we continue with IVF, I'll have egg retrieval on Sunday. If we convert to IUI, I will have the IUI on Saturday. All right, well, have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.